Hello and welcome to downtown Toledo, the site for the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive here on BCSN. I'm Justin Feldkamp. Thank you for joining us. We have plenty of fun for you. The parade is just about to get underway from Monroe Street to Huron Street and down to Adams Street. More than 1,000 Jeeps will be a part of today's parade. And over the next 2 hours, we got so many videos, so many interviews for you, plus $500 gas card giveaways, and of course, lots and lots of Jeeps. Haley Robinson, Toy Creel, and Betty Jane Lowry will join us as well throughout the parade, and we're going to have plenty of fun with them, and we hope you enjoy the show as well. Joining me now, though, is Doug Johnson, a Jeep expert in every sense of the word. Doug, you've been a mainstay for us here on BCSN over the last few years. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Toledo once again.
Hey, thank you for having me again. And I think Jeep expert is a little much, but I'll take it. I recently was told I had 52 years of experience. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not quite 52 yet. So anyhow, no, I'm glad to be here, glad to be part of everything. And obviously, what a great day here in Toledo as compared to the little weather we had last night. I'll take today.
Absolutely. Yep. Sunny skies here. We're in the shadow of the Huntington Center in our location right here. For someone from the Detroit area, and this event typically draws people from 30, 40 states across the country to descend upon the 419 here. So, Doug, what brings you and others back to this site?
Well, I mean, first of all, Toledo, birthplace of Jeep, right? I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. And, of course, as we've talked before in previous years, all the things that the city has done to bring people here. And then, of course, Jeeps. What else, right? It's to see what everyone has done to their Jeep, what they've modified, what color, how big they have tires or lift kit or whatever it happens to be. Again, and it's the creativity, right? How creative can they be? And I took a quick lap this morning around, and oh my gosh, some of the creativity is already amazed me, and what they have to offer. And again, different colors, different sizes, it's all here.
The accessories, you are part of the vendor midway that's over by the Promenade Park area in downtown Toledo. Kind of, you name it, if you want something for your Jeep, you can get it here this weekend.
I would definitely say that. If you can't find it here, I'm sure if you walk around and look at all the Jeeps, you can find what you're looking for. Ask the owner. That's the one thing I find about Jeeps and Jeep people. They're always willing to tell you about their Jeep and what they did and why they did it and explain the story, and every Jeep seems to have a story.
All right, so the Jeep Parade officially begins down by the Owens Corning Lot by Fifth Third Field, the home of the Toledo Mud Hens. But in some ways, the official start took place earlier today at the Yark Automotive Jeep dealership.
Hi, this is Ryan Ritzler, General Sales Manager at Yark Jeep, proud sponsor of the 2024 Jeep Fest Parade. Let's roll.
Jeep Fest 2024, are you ready?
Now back live here on the streets of downtown Toledo. I think I hear a little rumble in the distance, Doug, and the dealership there on Central Avenue where a bunch of Jeeps took off from there and made their way to downtown Toledo. And as I was coming down here around 8:30, 9 o'clock, there were just people everywhere, not just Jeeps that are part of the parade, but people who drive their Jeeps down who were not in the parade but still drove their Jeeps down. I mean, there are so many different types of Jeeps over the years. This is the 83rd year anniversary of Jeep here in 2024. So it's really a spectacle in many ways. Would you agree in the sense that all different types of Jeeps make their way downtown?
Absolutely. I mean, again, if you walk around, I walked around this morning early about 6:30, kind of checking everything out. There were people already lining up at 6:30 a.m. That, you know, again, didn't come from Ohio. You saw different plates. I mean, again, you walk around here and look, and really you can find pretty much everything, especially, again, I'm sure we'll talk about at some point inside the Glass City Center there. There are some amazing vehicles. I was spent a little time in there last night trying to dodge some raindrops and slowed down long enough to read some of the placards and so forth. And one of the things I found really interesting is there was actually one of the training Jeeps that they had used back in the early 50s. And I say training in the sense that they had taken one of the very early Jeeps and they had cut away different sections of it to use for training. And so much history. I mean, so much history of the Jeep brand is here in Toledo today. You won't find that anyplace else in the world.
Yeah, the home of Jeep. Jeep is Toledo. Toledo is Jeep. That is definitely for sure. And what I like about this is, I mentioned we're located right there at the Huntington Center here where the parade will be going behind us. But kind of where's the footprint of Toledo Jeep Fest? It is kind of the Promenade Park, Huntington Center area, Fifth Third Field Ballpark, and then the Glass City Center inside and outside there. The vendor midway, just the colors, in my estimation, are what really pop and grab your eye because there's all different kinds of colors down on that area.
And again, Jeep in recent years has done a very good job of keeping the Jeep crowd on their toes when it comes to color, right? I mean, they've come out with some special editions, and again, they've always been kind of on the cutting edge of making sure that there's a rainbow of colors to choose from.
Yeah, and you saw the one shot there just previously before you see the shots of the fans there. Jeeps coming out of that Owens Corning lot and then going right by Fifth Third Field. So where left field is at Fifth Third Field where the Mud Hens play is where it kind of launches in that first road that you go down, and then you turn right onto Huron Street and continue right past our broadcast booth here at the Huntington Center, the home of the Toledo Walleye. There's tops off. That's one of the best parts.
Oh, yeah.
Tops are off, and especially on a day like this where it's 75, 80 degrees already here at 10 a.m. this morning. That's one of the best parts about summer in Toledo. If you own a Jeep Wrangler, you can take that top off.
Absolutely. And again, where else can you get a convertible that's four-wheel drive, right? I mean, that will go anywhere. Again, a tagline that's been used over and over, but again, that does so many things, right? It's a convertible. It is a vehicle to take you on adventures and take you places that paved roads cannot, right? And that's huge. I mean, again, one of my passions, of course, is getting off the highway and exploring different places. Been very fortunate in my lifetime to be a lot of different places, not only in the U.S. but outside of the U.S. In a Jeep and exploring different things. And again, it's hard to beat, right? I mean, of course, there's a lot of people that have tried, or a lot of other manufacturers have tried, but there's kind of only one.
There's only one Jeep.
Yep.
You mentioned the different places you've been, say in the United States. I know you and I have talked in previous years, the Rocky Mountains in Colorado and Utah, I think. Describe to our viewers some of the cool things that you've seen out west.
Oh, absolutely. So I have two really, I guess, spots that are near and dear to my heart. One is a little bit more on the map than the other is Moab, Utah. People talk about it as kind of one of the meccas where you want to, show off your Jeep and test the capabilities, but the natural beauty there is just astounding. And then probably the second place is in the southwest Colorado, in what's called the San Juan Mountains. And again, every time you go around a corner, it's just the next thing you see is, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. So yeah, it's just amazing. And again, I love to grab my family and take them with me and teach them young.
You bring up your family, they're here. It's a Johnson clan that comes down here and has plenty of fun and sometimes work, sometimes has plenty of fun.
You are correct. This weekend is definitely a family affair. 3 generations here. My father will be here at some point today, and again, of course, my own kids, and so yeah, definitely a family affair.
All right, here a few minutes into the hour here live on BCSN's All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive Group. The local 12 United Auto Workers leading the way, and very deservingly so. They are the ones who build those Jeeps at the Toledo Jeep plant, not too far from where we are right now, and you can hear the applause because the pride that exists, Doug, from those people who build those Jeeps. You see them with those light blue Jeep shirts on, tossing out ducks and candy to the viewers, or excuse me, to the participants here and the parade goers. The pride that exists for those people at those manufacturing plants is astounding.
It is. And again, we talked a minute ago about being different spots around the country. I've been stopped more than one time with hey, I worked in Toledo, I built Jeeps, or my dad built Jeeps, or my Uncle Bill built Jeeps. So it is kind of a community and a family.
Yeah, you see Dana, who builds all the axles for the Jeeps and manufactures quite a bit when it comes to any type of vehicles. But as you see, Team Spicer and Victor Rains, all kinds of Dana Jeeps, and we've seen over the last few years, Doug, the Gladiator was introduced in what year?
It was a 2020 model year.
2020 model. Yeah. So that is really, I've seen tons of those on the road.
Yes, and again, putting the Jeep back into the pickup truck market, and again, some people, for years and years and years, why did Jeep get out of trucks? And again, the Gladiator was a perfect solution for that. It has been quite popular for the Jeep brand.
A number of different people who you see coming onto your screen. You saw Marcy Captor, some other politicians from the Toledo area and Toledo City Council. And it looks like we're going 2 rows of Jeeps, and that one on the right side of the screen, Doug, and the yellow, that's an older...
It is. That's an old Jeep Cherokee, one of the first edition Jeep Cherokee. They used to refer to that as the senior Jeep. Again, it's when Jeep got into the, out a little bit of the more utility market and got into the wagon market. Again, to take that off-road ability and that all-weather performance that it had and bring it into a little bit more of a family type of vehicle. And I mean, look where we are today. Look at how many Jeep vehicles, how families around, my own included, right? I mean, we have a Grand Wagoneer, and that's what totes our family around when we're going to go anywhere. And again, awesome in any kind of weather. Tows our boat, does everything we need. And don't you know, every once in a while, we don't get too radical with that one off pavement, but it has got us out of a couple of sticky situations.
So every parade has a Grand Marshal, and the 2024 Grand Marshal of the Toledo Jeep Fest is Master Technician Dom Tomansky of Yark Automotive. He graduated from Clay High School Auto Program in 1995. He's been a technician at Yark Automotive Group since 2004. And a little factoid for our viewers at home, mechanic and repair trade programs saw an enrollment increase of 11.5% from 2021 to 2022. Meanwhile, enrollment in four-year colleges and universities over that time span is down 7.8%. So definitely a changing landscape when it comes to teenagers and high school graduates and how they approach the workforce and secondary schooling. All right, as we see some of these older Jeeps, a little lower to the ground, and people waving to the stands and seats as we got, for my estimation, 1, 2, 3, 4 deep, kind of depending on which part of the parade route you're looking at, but plenty of viewers and plenty of spectators here on the streets of downtown Toledo for the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive Group. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we have people, Haley, Toy, and Betty Jane, all across the downtown streets here and sidewalks. And Betty Jane will be joining us here in a little bit with many important people who helped present this parade each and every year, and proud partners here with BCSN and the Yark Automotive Group. As we see some of the local media radio stations here on your screen coming in downtown Toledo each and every year, just like us here at BCSN, proud to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. We are just getting started here, about 15 minutes into the Jeep Parade. We will continue with our coverage coming up after the break. Keep it right here.
Hot jobs, cool benefits. Start your dynamic career at Local 45 Heat and Frost Insulators. Join our apprenticeship program and receive paid training, above average wages, plus yearly pay increases where you can quickly rise in a high demand field. Earn while you learn with zero college debt. Insulate your pockets as you become a journeyman with unlimited opportunities. If your current job has grown cold, scan the QR code and apply now at Local 45, where hot jobs and cool benefits are waiting for you.
The BCSN Summer Bowling Classic is back. See how we roll Thursdays from interstate lanes at 9 p.m. on the NLL Network as we strike up all the excitement the BCSN Summer Bowling Classic has to offer. Who will walk away each week as King of the Hill? Tune in to find out. The BCSN Summer Bowling Classic is brought to you by Interstate Lanes. Let's go bowling.
And welcome back once again to the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade, presented by Yark Automotive, as you take a live look at the Yark high-rise camera, not too far from where we are at. Here, just in the shadows of the Huntington Center, the home of the Toledo Walleye. Justin Feldkamp alongside Doug Johnson, our Jeep expert, who's back once again with us. And we saw just when we were in a commercial break where we always like to see the tires go up on top of someone else's
a little
tires.
Jeep love right here, right behind us. Yes, indeed, absolutely. You know, why not? You know, show off what your Jeep can do and make sure the crowd gets some excitement, and that's always awesome. And you know, I was thinking about it earlier. You know, we talk about the different things that Jeep can do, and one of the things that I think back of the agricultural uses and how Jeep was such an implement, and how they were so creative as a manufacturer on how, reinventing themselves to continue different things. So, post World War II, your Jeeps, you saw them in the fields, you saw them, in the rural communities doing things that we wouldn't think of today, I guess, to take your Jeep out and do. Today you use a tractor or other kind of implement for that, but Jeep was very innovative when it came to that.
Yeah, coming in the history of World War II, as you see some of these Jeeps right on cue there, Doug, and what they meant to the American military force.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think that from someone in a marketing perspective probably had a great idea, is like, let's make sure that people, particularly soldiers, when they came back from World War II, wanted to go out and seek a Jeep, right? I mean, and bring one home, show it to their family, and then, again, continue what they were doing overseas, is take them out into the woods and across mountains, through creeks, whatever it happens to be. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at the big inflatable duck there.
Yeah.
A Jeep on top of a Jeep, but an inflatable Jeep on top. You could take that onto the lake. I like it. I was told possibly that we have a proposal once again. Do we have the video of that from just a few moments ago? Yes, we do. There we go. Based on that, I'm going to go. It was a yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So congratulations to that now engaged couple here on the streets of downtown Toledo, right in the middle of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Parade. Down on, we got the kiss before. Okay, so we got the kiss before, and then the yes, and then the ring on the ring finger, and another kiss. Congratulations to them. That is terrific. That's become a tradition here.
It has.
Usually right around where we are, so we've been fortunate to see the birth of marriages right here on the streets of the Jeep Parade.
And I have two really quick personal stories. When I was a young man, I was on a Jeep trip, and we stopped in the middle of the trail, and a couple got married.
Oh.
They had it all pre-planned. They had a officiator with them, and basically did that. And then I was honored a couple years ago. I had a very good friend of mine ask me to marry him and his now wife, and they wanted to do that in Moab. We were talking about Moab before, so I took a few classes on how to do that officially, and I myself performed a marriage ceremony right on the side of the trail in Moab.
All right, viewers at home, if you need someone to officiate a wedding, Doug may be your man.
I'm cheap. Give me a call.
Oh, that's so good. All right, as we take a look at some of the vehicles here, You got a favorite color, Doug, of Jeep?
You know, I'm probably the worst person to ask about that, I'll be honest. I'm more of a subdued, kind of silver white kind of guy.
Okay.
I guess probably as much as anything, I lean towards white because I found it doesn't show scratches.
That's a good point. That's a good point. The unique colors, because it's not just red, orange, green, and blue. It's granite, crystal, metallic, stingray, silver, zenith, hydro, blue, pearl, firecracker, red. The list goes on.
Oh yeah, Tuscadero pink, high velocity yellow. You know, again, you can name it. Ocean blue. There's just a litany of colors. I know my company in particular, we have a Jeep Wrangler on display in the Glass City Center. That's bikini, which is a color that Jeep has brought and then canceled and then brought back again for 2024. So yeah,
it's kind of like nail polish colors. And like the names of the scents of candles. There's all different types of them and so unique in each and every way.
Right.
Of a Jeep, when you look at it and the makeup of it, kind of no matter what different model there is, that 7-slot grill is on all of them.
Yes, it seems like they have done a fantastic job, the designers, I say they, but the designers over the years have always done a great job of integrating that in some form, fashion, or another. And then, of course, the other thing of late is all the Easter eggs they've hid all over the vehicle to, keep the Jeep owners on their feet, whether it be a little set of flip-flops molded into right around the windshield wipers, or you open your gas cap and there's a little lizard in there, or different things they've done to keep people guessing.
Yeah, when the Gladiator came out, I remember the 419, the
right
area
in the bed
code here for Toledo was right in the truck bed, right?
Right, with a little heart 419, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Let's continue to take a look at the parade here and see what comes to mind. We got the blue and red there, white behind them, all American colors there here. Down Huron Street, and candy being tossed. It's got to be a thrill for the people who are in the actual Jeeps in the parade, especially ones with the tops off. You see a lot of kids. That's another great aspect of this event is it's one, free, and two, families can participate just like yours.
It's a very kid-friendly event, and that's what I found with pretty much every Jeep event I've ever been to is it's very family-centric. Kids are always welcome. And again, it's always awesome to see young guys and gals basically looking to like what mom and dad are doing in their Jeep so they can someday emulate that.
All right, horns are blaring here. And we also, earlier this week, connected with Downtown Jeep. Take a look.
If you think back to when you were younger, you played a game called Duck, Duck, Goose. But today, we're playing a different game with Alice in Parliament, and it is Duck, Duck, Jeep.
Yes, we started it in 2020. It's a fun game that Jeepers play around the world. We're in 85 countries right now, and the premise of our game is to leave a small rubber duck on a Jeep and make somebody smile. We started this after something bad happened to me, and we wanted to spread kindness, and it went viral overnight by accident. And now we get to travel and have fun with Jeep. We're here at Toledo Jeep Fest having fun this weekend.
And this is your second year at Jeep Fest, and we are so happy to have you and your cart behind us. And at 1 o'clock, you're going to be at the Park and Shine, and you're going to be ducking. Now, I have some questions. Is it anything if you get a small duck? Does it mean more if one's bigger? Do they like the Jeep more?
I think it's more just about the message of being kind. One duck isn't better than the other. Some of them are really cool, but it just depends on your personality of what you do. I actually brought a duck for you.
I am so excited. I have not been ducked.
It's actually a little decal. We made these special for Toledo Jeep Fest, and I hand-cut all of these. We did 2,500 of them, and this one is yours.
Well, thank you, and I also have something for you. You have now been ducked by Buckeye Broadband, so we really appreciate you being here. Anything else you want to add?
No, not really. We're just here to have fun and see everybody and have a good time for everybody and just enjoy the weekend.
Well, we are so excited to be with Allison today. She is a graduate of Swanton High School, so back in her hometown, but currently lives in Canada, correct?
Yep.
Wonderful. So what we're going to do, if you want to meet Allison and get to know her, go over to the Park and Shine at 1 o'clock. Tons of activities still going on, but she's going to be there. You cannot miss her driving around in her golf cart. We are going to have a good time, and we're going to keep it going. And anything else that you're thinking about adding to the line, or...
We actually have a brand new Jeep Rubicon coming from our sponsors down in Florida. Thunder Chrysler Dodge Jeep is actually giving us a Rubicon that they've had built for me. So I'm going to receive that sometime in the next few weeks, and we're really excited about that. One of our representatives actually drove all the way from Florida for this, so he's hanging out with us this weekend as well.
Well, congratulations to you, and back to you guys at the desk.
All right. Thank you. And that interview took place in 2023. The guest in that segment was Allison Parliament, the creator of that Duck and Jeep connection. And unfortunately, in the time from last year to this year, Allison unfortunately passed away. So as we remember her and all that she did and her family, our thoughts and prayers are with that family as we celebrate 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest. But Doug, I want to ask you about those rubber ducks because they've become so prevalent with Jeeps. You see them in dashboards all over the place.
They do, and it's amazing. If you walk around here, if you want to find, we talked about colors before. There are hundreds of colors of ducks. They're not just all yellow, of course. And again, that was I know that you were speaking just a moment ago about how that movement began and how it's just really embraced the Jeep community. And, like it or not, I mean, there's some people that don't, some people that love it, but it definitely has brought the community together. There's no two ways about that. And it's become a bit of contest how big of a duck you can actually fit in your Jeep. I think last night I saw a couple of people in duck costumes walking around. So, again, it's definitely become a duck thing, too, right? And, again, it's all about we've talked about this so much, the community and pulling people together. And the common denominator, of course, is the Jeep. But the duck has certainly played a big part in that, too. I know personally, I think my daughter has probably got about 80 or 90 of them. She's waiting till she's old enough to drive to line them up on her dash. So,
I mean, it's got to brighten your day if you just park your car somewhere and someone kindly puts a duck on there. There you go. Look at that. Inflatable ducks. I mean, you name it, the type of ducks that have been put out into the Jeep community and the Jeep world, really. Has been pretty remarkable. I was actually over in Italy for a BCSN assignment earlier this year, and I saw ducks on Jeeps over there. So, pretty great year as we celebrate Allison Parliament. Our thoughts with her and her family as we continue here on BCSN's coverage of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive. Plenty of Wranglers here. I think Wranglers is the supreme model. Doug, would you say here of those participating in the parade here today?
For sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The Wrangler's been in production since 1987 under that name. And no doubt about it, it is the supreme vehicle that we see in the parade. But, of course, let's not forget, I mean, I've seen some amazing models of vintage Jeeps. Again, there's been some Gladiators. We spoke about that. We've seen some Cherokees and Grand Cherokees. And, again, we were talking a little bit before about Easter eggs. And I was looking online. I was looking for something, and I saw someone comment about an Easter egg that is on the Grand Wagoneer. And in little itty-bitty letters in the middle of the grill is the word America. You got to really look for it. Yeah. But again, I think that's the other thing that we all kind of think about when we think about the Jeep brand and stuff like that. Ties it all back in, the heritage of the vehicle. And again, whether you're driving a 1987 Wrangler or you're driving a 1965 CJ5 or you're driving a 2024 Wrangler, there's that common denominator there. And it's the Jeep Wave, it's the ducks, it's the community, and I can't harp on that enough. And again, as we're watching some of these vehicles go by, I saw a moment ago we talked about the ducks. I mean, folks had ducks taped to their hood there. It was a complete duck mobile. I'm waiting for someone to actually convert their Jeep into a duck, kind of like Oscar Mayer has done, right, with their marketing and the vehicle that they created. So, but yeah, I mean, it is amazing to see everything. And again, the other part of it, we talked about the customization side of it too, is as they figured out ways to integrate their taste, their personality into their Jeep, whether it be from colors or, you know, just what they do with their Jeep. Are they overlanding with it, or is it their commuter vehicle, or whatever it happens to be?
All right, let's go to break here as we continue on the 2024 All Jeep Parade.
Coming up Saturday live from the Buffalo Wild Wings studio, Mason Heinschel and 8 other offensive starters return to the Clay Eagles as they look to return to the postseason with a slightly new look for the pit signal caller. And we'll also visit Anthony Wayne as the Generals always have high expectations under Andy Brungard. All that and more, and Jeep Fest tonight at 10:30 on BCSN.
They're record setters, role models, and real people. Let's go beyond the game with the athletes and coaches. Stories, details, and information you don't get from a regular interview. It's in-depth on Inside Out with me, Justin Feldkamp. A new season is here with episodes airing Sundays at 8 on Buckeye Broadband's BCSN and the BCSN Plus app.
Inside Out with Justin Feldkamp is presented by Dunn Chevy in Oregon. Proud to support driven athletes, coaches, and the community. Together, let's drive. Stay tuned during the parade broadcast for the Great Gas Giveaway, where 3 lucky people will win a $500 gas card. BCSN's coverage of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade is brought to you by Yark Jeep.
All right, welcome back once again. The horns are blaring here from the Jeeps during the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive. As you look at the high-rise camera here, that's over at the Owens Corning lot where all of the Jeeps congregated early this morning at 7:30, 8:30. As we continue here, we told you about our reporters on the street, Toy Creel, Haley Robinson, and Betty Jane Lowry. Betty Jane is standing by with a special guest right now.
All right, guys, we finally got this worked out, and guess who I'm with? The Grand Poobah, or one of the founding fathers, as I like to call him, of Jeep Fest for our 7th annual, Bruce Baumauer.
Thank you, and thank you so much for covering us each year. And this was a special year for us. Our international president, Sean Thain, standing to my left, he came down here to greet our UAW members, and it meant a lot to our team. Everybody was excited to see Mr. Thain here.
Well, it's awesome, and by the way, I love your hat.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks for officially ducking us, and no, it's an honor to be here, celebrating the culmination of what all the workers that sacrifice and do their job to make one of the best products in America. You know, Jeep is the flagship of this nation. You know, it's been in world wars for us, and it's been a solid vehicle ever since, and it's made by the members of Local 12. And today's a celebration of their work and what they do.
Okay, Local 12, let's hear you loud and proud. We are so proud of them, and you're right about the World War II. They got their first Jeep within 75 days of saying they needed something new, more light, and what a great partnership. I mean, it's just Willie's, and I know we don't know how the Jeep name came around, but what's your guess?
My guess on what?
How'd the Jeep name come around?
John North Willie's. He was our founder, and that's why it's called Willie's. I hired in 2000. Well, I'm not even going to tell you, but it was an honor for me when I come out of high school and I hired in a Jeep plant. I thought, I'm building these Jeeps that our soldiers used in World War II, and it's a sense of pride in our entire plant, our entire community.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. And what about for you? What does this day mean for you to come here from Detroit, right? Or where are you from?
Oh, yeah, from Michigan now. But no, it's like I said, it's a celebration of the work and the sacrifice that our members make and that they've made for longer than we've been alive. And, it's about an iconic vehicle that's in the fabric of this nation. And Jeep was part of the arsenal of democracy. And so it's just a great day and a great way to celebrate all that have contributed to that over the years.
I like to say that Jeep is just not another vehicle brand. What is it? Everybody know? It's a lifestyle. So it's actually a lifestyle. People modify them. They do all kinds of great things to these Jeeps. But I am so happy to have you for a second year, and you for a first year. Getting to duck you is pretty cool. So yes, I'm glad you both like the hats. Anything else you want to put out there?
But I'll just say that this year we had people came from 40 different states in the United States, 40 different states. So we're proud of that. And when they leave here, they send notes back saying it was one of the favorite days they had all year. So that a tribute to the community.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Betty Jane, as we are now back live full screen here of the Toledo Jeep Fest, presented by Yark Automotive Group, live here on BCSN. Back on the set now, and joining us is Ryan Ritzler of the Yark Automotive Group. And Ryan, you guys get behind so much in the community, especially with the Jeep Fest year after year after year. We're proud to have you as partners, a part of our broadcast. Explain from your perspective from Yark Automotive Group why you guys are so passionate about being a part of this big event.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Jeep's really a family. It's about community, it's about family. If you come out here, there's all walks of life out here, so that's what we represent. We're a family-owned dealership, going from generation to generation, so that's what it's all about. It's about giving back and seeing how proud people are of their community, of their products, and it's great to witness it. It's a spectacular event down here.
Yeah, and if the viewers at the top of the hour saw, you were at the dealership on Central Avenue earlier this morning, and what was that scene like?
It was great. I mean, you get to kick it off. This is our first year doing the grand marshaling of the parade, so that was pretty special for us, and hopefully we can continue to do that throughout the years. But it's awesome to start it at our dealership, come down here full circle, and get to witness it.
And Chief Technician was the Grand Marshal.
Exactly. Dan Tomansky, he's been with the company over 20 years, master technician. Nothing short of a genius, to be honest with you.
Really? How excited was he to get that honor?
Very, very excited. A little nervous because he was going to be the center point, but I think he handled himself well. So.
All right, well, you're going to be the center point right now because we have a $500 Sheets gift card, gas card to give away as we take more than 2,000 names and stir up the pot here on set. No shenanigans going on. We're going to pick out a number and a name, and the winner for the first one is number 296, Joseph DeToto of Holland. So Joseph DeToto of Holland right here in the 419. Congratulations. That Sheets gift card is yours right there. So you will get called by a Buckeye broadband employee at some point in the next few days, and that $500 gas gift card is yours. But as we go back to the parade here, Ryan, what are you looking forward to most the rest of the day here in downtown Toledo?
Really just seeing all the unique Jeeps out here. That's the great thing about seeing the parade is you never see the same Jeep. People upfit them every individual way that they can, which is awesome. I mean, it really brings out the personality of a vehicle.
Ryan, appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Hang tight here. We got 2 more gas card giveaways over the next hour and a half or so. But right now, let's go back to Betty Jane Lowry with another special guest.
All right, guys, guess who I got? I got Mr. Jeremy Rapp, who is a senior corps engineer from Dana. And Dana has led this parade for a very long time. And this is our 7th annual, but your partnership goes back to 80 years. Do you want to talk about what you do there and why this partnership is so important?
Yeah, so Dana's been involved with Jeep from the very inception, from the very beginning. We've been on these vehicles since the driveline was created. We've had our products developed here in Toledo and produced here in the facilities that are now converted over to our own manufacturing plant. So it's really exciting to be part of the community and being part of the Jeep Fest for so many years.
Now, you said that you actually have worked for Dana for 25 years? Okay, and tell me about how you, 25 years is a long time nowadays, to stay with one company. So that company must be really strong and great to keep somebody like you there.
Yeah, it really is. It's interesting. Dana is really a part of this community. It's part of our fabric, I think, in this area, as well as the Jeep. The Jeep and Dana are really part of Toledo's DNA.
Well, I love your hat.
Well, thank you. It's a special one. Yeah, you got the duck on the top. You got the camouflage. It's a really nice. I saw Bruce wearing one earlier. I was hoping I was going to get the chance too.
Of course, I duck everybody on behalf of BCSN every year. So I'm glad you like your hat, and I'm really thrilled that we got the interview with you. And thank you for working with us through any technical difficulties. We really appreciate it.
No problem. It was great to see you today. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Again, we are here with this beautiful Team Jeep and Spicer and all of this great stuff on here. Genuine, what is it, Dana axles?
Yep, that's right. Our Dana axles, our Dana Ultimate 60 axles are under all of our vehicles out here that you're going to see. They're the best you can get for the off-road aftermarket activities. These are amazing vehicles, and we always take a little bit more and step it up with our aftermarket product.
All right, I have one trivia question for you. Who gets the credit for the grill on the Jeeps?
Ooh, I don't know that I can give you the answer on that one. That's a great question.
It might be an automotive company.
Oh, AM General? AMC?
Ford.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Nice.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time today.
All right, thank you, Betty Jane. Here, back in a live look at the Jeep. Another inflatable duck on that white Gladiator. There. Plenty of room in the truck beds of the Gladiator there.
Yeah, you can put large ducks back there, or lots of small ones, depending on your taste, right?
Plenty of children during parades. We don't advise children in the truck bed when you're out on the real roads, but they're A-OK sitting back there during the Jeep Fest parade. As we continue here in the shadows of the Huntington Center, the BCSN broadcast booth, and the Jeeps continue down Huron Street, starting out over the Owens Coring headquarters, a few blocks down from Fifth Third Field. They go by Fifth Third Field, by the outfield, make a right on Huron, continue all the way down past us by the Huntington Center, all the way down towards Adams Street. The parade began around 10 a.m. We're 42 minutes into it. Looks like a few Jeeps got to hurry up and get back in line. Hold on there. Don't want to pump the brakes too hard when you got someone propped up like that. As you see, another cool part of this event, Doug, is the Park and Shine area. Park and Shine, what does that mean? Well, it's where you park your Jeep and you let it shine, because there's so many unique Jeeps down here that are either in the parade or driven down here to be a part of the parade.
Well, and I think the thing about Jeeps is it can shine or it cannot shine, depending on your taste, right? I've seen them before where bringing them dirty, fresh from the trail was just as unique as having them waxed and polished and, shining. But looks like it's taking shape here. Again, looks like post-parade. Some folks are lining up here, and I know there was a lot of folks already out this morning. Again, opportunities. We've talked so many times this morning to walk around, see everyone's personality, see how they've named their Jeep, see what they've done. I noticed a lot of people now, stickers of or decals of where they've been to. My Jeep has been to this event or this trail or whatever. I know the Jeep brand did a fantastic program. They started about, 5-6 years ago. Badge of Honor, where you can check into different trails that you've accomplished with your Jeep, and then they send you a little badge to put on your Jeep. So showing off what your Jeep and you have done.
Yeah, describe how unique the Toledo Jeep Fest is as compared to some of the other places that you've been, because what I've learned over the years and being a part of this Toledo Jeep Fest, Doug, is that in many ways there's an industry and a business aspect of the vendors and how they go from city to city to city, state to state to state. in many cases all year long around the United States and sell their products and are a part of big events like this.
Absolutely. And again, I think if you're a vendor and you want to, you could probably start early February and travel through the end of November, hitting a different event, every weekend or every week. I mean, there is a Jeep event all the time, whether big or small. Obviously, this one is on the larger side again. But the one nice thing that I like about this event, unlike some of the other ones, is this is, first of all, it's free, right? And we spoke about that. Secondly is it invites the city come out. And you don't really need to be a Toledo resident. I mean, you can come from anywhere, find a place to park your vehicle, hopefully your Jeep, and walk around and see the Jeeps. A lot of the other events are a little more Jeep-centric, or, you have to have a Jeep to be part of it. Not that there's anything wrong with that by any means, but this event draws such a crowd because it's open to the public. Come on, come from anywhere and join us at our big Jeep party here in Toledo this weekend.
Yeah, more than 40 states have been represented over the last few years. Expected crowds for this 2024 version of the Toledo Jeep Fest, 72,000. I know the hotels were booked up here in downtown Toledo. Many repeat returnees, whether they're spectators and or vendors and or participants in the actual Jeep parade and driving their Jeep in that Toledo Jeep parade. So it's been great to see the success that has been built and the momentum that this Toledo Jeep has been continuing to develop that momentum over the course of time since its inception, little less than a decade ago. We continue here in Toledo. More Toledo Jeep Fest coverage on BCSN presented by Yark Automotive coming up after the break.
Now it's time to test your knowledge with some local trivia. How long has Yark been in the market? Is it A, 51 years, B, 49 years, C, 43 years, or D, 37 years? Keep it right here. We'll have the answer after the break.
The BCSN Summer Bowling Classic is back. See how we roll Thursdays from interstate lanes at 9 p.m. on the NLL Network as we strike up all the excitement the BCSN Summer Bowling Classic has to offer. Who will walk away each week as King of the Hill? Tune in to find out. The BCSN Summer Bowling Classic is brought to you by Champion's Choice Pro Shop, located inside Timbers Bowling Lanes.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side. We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Before the break, we asked you, how long has Yark been in the market? If you answered C, 43 years, you're correct.
All right, the question before we went to break, how long has Yark Jeep been in the market? And you see the answer just a moment ago on your screen, 43 years, so more than 4 decades here in the 419. As we continue here, the high-rise camera brought to you by Yark Automotive, the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade. Justin Feldkamp and Doug Johnson here, and now joined by Pete Gerken, the Lucas County Commissioner and Toledo Jeep Fest co-founder. Pete, welcome to the set, and let me ask you this. When you guys had the idea to do this, was what it has become envisioned?
We had no idea. We were sitting in my office, Bruce Baumauer and I, downtown, looking where can we do it 75th year. We don't really have an off-road course anywhere in the park, so we said, look, we were looking downtown. Let's just take over the streets of downtown. Had no idea that first year, 45,000 people and actually 1,400 Jeeps, maybe 1,700. It took 3.5 hours. But I guess that's just the way these things happen.
Yeah. What is so great, obviously, as Lucas County Commissioner, the more people that are active and participating and come from different parts of the Midwest, descend upon our area here, the better.
Well, you think about over 40 states, I think, again this year. Probably 70, 75,000 people. Many come from here. All it speaks to is the power of the brand of Jeep. One thing we know, Jeep in Toledo and Toledo Jeep cannot be broken up. You know, that plant's been owned by the French, the Italians, the Germans, the Americans, the hedge fund. It doesn't matter to the people of Toledo. That's our legacy. We work there. Our kids work there. Our retirees stay here. And this is the result.
United Auto Workers, so prideful and loyal, and take so much pride in constructing these Jeeps year after year after year after year. And you talk about generations of families being in these plants.
You know, I was happy to do 30 years there, so I look back at some of these Jeeps and say, I might have touched that one. But it is their pride thing, and I think people wear that, not just with their gear, but the way they carry themselves. And this is all Jeep all day today, and people build up to this, so it's just not today. We carry this pride wherever you go. I've been all over the country and seen Jeep Fest t-shirts.
Jeep Fest here in 2024, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in some way, shape, or form. Describe to our viewers, Pete, the run-up process and how long it takes to organize such a big event like this.
Well, it'll be over by Monday. We'll take about a month off, maybe 6 weeks, and then we start again for next year. I think what we try to do every year is add something different. And you see that both in the Glass City Center displays. You see it really opened on Friday night instead of Thursday night. That's because people want to come. So we try to keep it fresh. The parade is always going to be the centerpiece. We got about 1,100 Jeeps today. We could have had 1,800 Jeeps, but we know it takes too long to do that. We want people to see the rest of it. So what a great show place for downtown, but it's 11th month operation of the year. Today it just shows out.
Yeah, describe to someone who may not have been down here yet over the course of the last few years, but the vendor midway, the area over by Promenade Park, inside the Glass City Center. If you don't catch the parade, hopefully you're watching it live on BCSN right now, but if you're not physically here at the parade, there's still plenty of opportunities for people to experience Jeep and all that it is in many various points in downtown.
You're absolutely right. This is the start of the day, and the day will go all through. We'll have music, we have beer tents, we have food trucks, we have displays up and down, all the vendors that sell anything Jeep. And the Jeeps are now parking in. So after they've been through the parade, they park in and fill the streets. That was one of our original concepts, don't have them go. So you're going to see a downtown filled with Jeeps of every year from everywhere else, and the camaraderie's here. And then there's a concert tonight. So we try to, from Friday night till Sunday afternoon, there's something to do.
It's been fantastic, and the way that you guys have evolved. And describe how you guys are always kind of trying to push the envelope and find something new, because just like any group that's putting on a big event like this, you learn from each year going forward.
We try to add new partners, too. I think the ones I really have to give a shout out is the Glass City Crawlers that came on it for second year, and they give us a lot of energy, and they're always refreshing what they do. So that gives us inspiration to do the same thing. And word travels fast. In the Jeep world, this is the preeminent event of the summer. Moab's great, but hard to get to Moab in the desert, right? You can get to downtown Toledo and touch and feel and be part of it. So we're always looking for what's next, but we have good partners, and every year we get a different partner.
What's in the next few hours? What's on Pete Gerken's agenda?
Well, I'm going to enjoy this. I think this is one of the days. It's like going to your kid's birthday party. You know, someday you just have to walk away from the cake and walk around and talk to all my friends. You know, being a 30-year worker there, a lot of my retiree friends are here, people that we work with. This is also, for Jeepsters, it's a family reunion. So it's a family reunion day also for me.
Pete Gerken, Lucas County Commissioner and Toledo Jeep Fest co-founder, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the parade here and the rest of the weekend here in downtown Toledo. As we continue here, more and more Jeeps, more and more fun. But before we continue here, let's go to Mark Kuntz.
Back in the 1950s, they sold Jeeps to people with a flair for the unusual who combined smartness, unerring good taste, and a sharp sense of value. True back then, still true in 2024. As we're joined now by Richie Skidmore, sales manager here at Yark. And Richie, what a great weekend for Jeep Fest. What a great weekend for Yark.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. Jeep Fest is one of the gems of Toledo, and something that everybody looks forward to on a on a yearly basis. We have Jeep enthusiasts from all over the country that come in that really enjoy taking part in the festivities, especially with the Jeep originating here and having the largest, we're actually having the Wrangler and Gladiator factory here. So people have a chance to kind of show their flair with what they're looking to do with their Jeeps, but also have some fun while they're doing it.
Which is your favorite model of Jeep right now?
It's definitely got to be the Rubicon 392, without a doubt.
What is it about the Rubicon 392?
It's got a 6.4-liter V8 in a Jeep, and it's just radical and awesome. So.
That sounds like a vehicle you have a lot of fun off-road in.
Absolutely. I mean, I've never personally done it, but I've had Jeeps in the past, and we do love off-roading, but it's probably the most capable Jeep that's out there.
So if we're sitting at home watching all these gorgeous Jeeps drive through downtown Toledo and thinking to yourself, man, I want to get a Jeep, come out to Yark, you can help them out?
Absolutely. We have the largest inventory in the area. So not only can we find the Jeep you're looking for, or we should either have the Jeep you're looking for. If we can't, we'll find it, or we'll order it for you. So we have a lot of our sales reps that are very, very intelligent and very well versed in all things Jeep, and so we can guide you in the right direction, but also find the Jeep of your dreams.
Right now, what are the hottest Jeeps selling?
I would say the Wrangler Sahara or Wrangler Sports or the 4xEs are also very popular.
We're standing right now in front of one of those Wrangler Saharas. Take us through this vehicle.
So this is a Wrangler Sahara. People like these because they're more of a luxury version of a Wrangler. So you'll have a painted fender flares, upgraded wheels. You'll have the grille that's painted as well. And you'll also have a leather interior, which a lot of people like those creature comforts. You also have heated seats, heated steering wheel. So you can enjoy the ruggedness of the Jeep, but also have some of the creature comforts you're looking for as well.
And that's one of the great things about Jeeps over the last 10, 15 years. You've got your basic Wrangler models, but if you want something more luxurious, they got you covered as well.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, you can go, and they have a Sahara model. They even have a high-altitude model. So, I mean, you can go with a basic model that a lot of people will even go as far as taking carpet out and just take into a mud bog or something like that. Or you have somebody who just likes a daily cruiser, and we have some models. This one doesn't have it, but what they call a one-touch. So when you're driving down the road and it just happens to be a sunny day, and you can just press one button and it still gives you the experience of having the open top, and a lot of people love that. So me personally, it's one of my favorite features.
When it comes to Northwest Ohio and Jeeps, you can't go wrong with Yark. Thank you for joining us, Richie Skidmore, General Sales Manager here at Yark, and I'll send it back to the downtown parade and all the festivities at Jeep Fest.
All right, welcome back. Here we are, here live once again on Huron Streets in the shadow of the Huntington Center in downtown Toledo for 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade, presented here on BCSN by the Yark Automotive Group. Justin Feldkamp alongside Doug Johnson, our Jeep expert, as we continue the cavalcade of Jeeps, all kinds of Jeeps, as Lucas County Commissioner Pete Kirkin just told us a few minutes ago. 1,100 registered Jeeps, and in some cases they have to cut it off at some point, Doug, because so many registrations come through, because so many people want to be a part of this special event.
Right. I know the event sold out a few weeks ago. To your point, is they basically ran out of room, I guess, or decided the parade could not go 2 days straight, one of the two. I don't know what the decision was there, but yeah, I mean, we've been watching the vehicles go by as we're sitting here, and again, no two are alike. We've talked about that a number of times. And again, the number of families that you can see, again, we've talked about that a number of times too. And again, when Pete was talking before, I think back on my personal experience, the first time I came to Jeep Fest, the first year, and you look at what downtown Toledo has become in the last couple years so quickly, how it's changed and how it's, so clean and such a friendly environment to hold such a fantastic event. It really is. It's like, hey, let's go to Toledo. And people are like, Toledo, isn't that a dirty little town in northern Ohio? No, you haven't seen it yet, right? And again, what they've done here in downtown Toledo is epic. And obviously, I'm sure Jeep has been a huge part of that too, and the Jeep Fest and what it brings to the city. But it is really a sight to behold. And again, if you're watching this and you haven't ever come downtown, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so great to hear someone like you, who is not a resident of Northwest Ohio, but who comes to Northwest Ohio for any events, and especially the Jeep Fest, to hear your great impression of how it has become even better and better and better, not just with Jeep Fest, but with the metro parks, with the arenas, the stadiums, everything down here has just continued to be better and better and better. Streets have been improved. You name it, it has gotten better here in downtown Toledo. If you haven't been to the Glass City Metro Park, just across the Maumee River, do yourself a favor and get there. I and my family just went there a couple weeks ago, and it is astounding what has been built there in the last 6 to 12 to 18 months. So fun experience over there for individuals, couples, and families. We're waving at you as well here on the Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade, brought to you by Yark Automotive Group here on BCSN. We're going to take a quick time out, but we still got $500 gas card giveaways and another quiz question for you here as we continue on BCSN. We are coming right back.
BCSN's coverage of the Toledo Jeep Fest is brought to you by Yark Jeep.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
3 rows of seats. That is a done deal. Now at Dunn, we have a huge selection of Chevy Traverse, Chevy Tahoe, and Chevy Suburban, and they all have 3 rows of seats. So whether you're hauling lots of people or lots of cargo, Dunn has the vehicle for you. Shop on your schedule at DunnChevy.com. Chevy, Dunn, and you. Together, let's drive.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Hey, how you guys doing? So we are super excited. We are downtown at Jeep Festival. I'm joined here by Kevin Ruin, Kevin Carnico. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Who's with Ruin Chrysler Dodge Ram. How you do? Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I know, I try to say it all quick. It's a tongue tie.
At the same time, so it's not easy.
Talk to us a little bit about what you do over at Ruin.
I'm the general manager. I've been there 36 years. Started selling cars, then got into management, and then part ownership in 2000. So that's my role.
We are excited. Now, we're standing in front of some Jeeps. I want you guys to take a look, right? So to our left, we've got people walking. There's all sorts of Jeeps over there. And to our right, we are actually right at the vendor midway. You can see more people walking. There's some spin the wheels. It's so much fun. Just being around the Jeep Fest feeling. The energy is just different out here. So we know how we prep for Jeep Fest, getting mics and things together. How do you guys prep for Jeep Fest?
Well, it starts with, advertising and obviously the sponsorship, but then get into picking out which Jeeps you want, ordering the stickers, ordering the T-shirts, make sure we have enough ducks to have, so to throw out during the parade. So there's, then you got to get them detailed and then find drivers to bring them down and then pick them up on Sunday. So it's a lot.
Oh, you guys are not playing it. I mean, I can see my reflection in this thing. I hope you guys can see. So question for you, how do you decide what Jeep makes the cut and is good enough to go in the parade?
Well, you always want to pick out the coolest ones. The black wheels are always good. Some of these have the sky slider in them, the power top. We picked out a couple pre-owned ones because they have a lift on them. But you think you pick out the coolest ones for the parade, and then you watch the parade, and then you see what these people do with them after they buy them, and it's unbelievable what you do with them.
Yeah, it's like sick. They're blowing.
Cars are cool, but there's some really cool ones out there.
Yeah, they're like blowing bubbles. There's horns. They're driving on top of wheels. Now
I said some of these kids, they're throwing candy out. It's like Halloween, but you just stand in one spot.
Yeah, it's like Jeep Fest it's been Halloween. Now I'm seeing this sign, Advantage 2 years, no oil changes. Can you tell us a little bit about Ruin has going on for customers?
Yeah, so with any Jeep that you buy, you have the Jeep Wave, which is from the factory, and your first 2 oil changes are taken care of. But anything non-Chrysler or non-Jeep, even pre-owned, we take care of your first 2 oil changes on every vehicle. So
that's exciting because those oil changes can add up. Anything else that you would like to add for the people for Jeep Fest?
Well, you know, it's great to sponsor this event. It's right here in Toledo where the Wranglers are built, and we're a Jeep dealer in Toledo. I mean, what a better location than that. So, you know, if you have any interest in a Jeep Wrangler or any type of Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram or pre-owned, make sure you come out and see Ruin out on Route 20 in Woodville, Ohio.
Kevin Carnicom, thank you so much. And I mean, I'm having the best time here. I'm a Toledo adoptee, so I got here in 2017, and just seeing the culture around Jeep Fest, the ducks, I had a duck in my pocket. I'm super excited.
It's a family. I mean, it is. They all stick together. And we got thousands of people here, thousands of Jeeps, and just amazing that they come from all over.
Yeah, well, we're loving that family atmosphere. Stick with us, guys, because a little bit later I'll be talking with the Grand Marshal. But for now, I'll toss it back to you. This is Jeep Fest, and I'm Toy.
All right, thank you, Toy. Back live at the parade, full screen here. Justin Feldkamp. Our thanks to Doug Johnson. He is now back camped out in the vendor midway area, and hopefully you can come down and take a look at all of his company and what he has to offer. But once again on set, joined by Ryan Ritzer with the Yark Automotive Group. And everyone dealt with COVID, Ryan, in any sort of industry, no matter what line of work you are in. And as many people may know, the amount of vehicles decreased on the lots because of chip manufacturing and all different kinds of supply chain issues. But kind of describe to our viewers how the car, vehicle, truck industry has rebounded since 2020.
Absolutely. Obviously, COVID turned us on our head really globally. But now plants are back up and running. Microchips aren't short. Really, production's ramped back up to pre-COVID levels, so it's really not an issue getting a new Wrangler, new Gladiator. We can get those ordered, special ordered even as well now.
I know that it's kind of evolved over the course of time in regards to, hey, I'm someone who wants to come to a lot. It's not just the cars and vehicles that you have on the lot that you have to choose from. You mentioned special ordering. Has that become more prominent as the years have gone by?
You know, when COVID hit, it became really prominent, right? So people place special orders. You don't see it as much now with the amount of vehicles on our lots right now, but obviously it's still an option for customers, and that way they can spec it the way they want, exactly how they want, and it comes in, we let them know.
I'm curious, how many people like to buy cars in person? How many like to buy them online now?
Online definitely picked up after COVID. I would say it's kind of leveled out now. I think still a majority of people want to come into the dealership. They want that relationship with the dealer. And really to drive the vehicles, I think they get a first-hand feel of them and to see if it's the right vehicle or not for them.
You drive a Jeep?
I do.
Which kind?
I drive a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4-door.
Okay, what year?
2023.
2023, okay. So not quite ready for, that's a line I get at car dealerships. I tell them what year it was. Oh, it's time for a new one. Not quite, a couple more years for you. All right, hold up that Sheetz $500 gas card. We got another drawing here. We had a winner from Holland, Ohio, not too far away from where we're at here. Let's stir it up and pick out another winner. Here we go. It is number 1589, Tom Zahniser, Z-A-H-N-I-S-E-R, Tom Zahniser. Apologies if I mispronounced that last name, but number 1589, Tom Zahniser from Toledo. So we have two of our three winners. That $500 gas card from Sheetz that Ryan is holding is Tom. So someone from Buckeye Broadband will be contacting Tom in the next few days to hand that $500 gift card over to you. Let's continue here on the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive. Giveaways aplenty here, all kinds of candy. It was a good note by one of our guests just a few moments ago. It's like trick-or-treating, but you don't have to go from house to house. You just get candy thrown at you, and you just stay there the whole time. All right. So Ryan's here from Yark Automotive, Justin Feldkamp with BCSN as we continue here in downtown. The sun is shining bright. As we go to break, we have another quiz for you, Yark dealer related. What was the original Yark brand? What was the original Yark brand back in the day? We'll have that answer for you coming up after the break. You've been watching BCSN's coverage of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade. We'll be right back with the answer to that question. A, B, C, or D? Mercury, Oldsmobile, Chevrolet, or GMC?
SUVs are super popular right now, and Dunn has 10 different models to offer. But I have to be honest, I'm a pickup man. We have Colorados, Silverados, and Silverado HD. Our pickup lineup covers all the bases. Our Colorado diesel gets 30 miles per gallon. Our Silverados are safe and luxurious. And our HD can tow over 17,000 pounds. Find your pickup at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side. We're attorneys with Gallen, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
3 rows of seats. That is a done deal. Now at Dunn, we have a huge selection of Chevy Traverse, Chevy Tahoe, and Chevy Suburban. And they all have 3 rows of seats. So whether you're hauling lots of people or lots of cargo, Dunn has the vehicle for you. Shop on your schedule at DunnChevy.com. Chevy, Dunn, and you. Together, let's drive.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Before the break, we asked you, what was the original Yark brand? If you guessed B, Oldsmobile, you're correct. Great job.
And there is your answer, Oldsmobile. To the answer, and the question was, what was the original Yark brand Oldsmobile back in the day? Here as we continue on BCSN's coverage of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest, All Jeep Parade presented by the Yark Automotive Group. All different colors, all different sights and sounds here in downtown Toledo. Honestly, if you're watching, thank you for watching. But get down to Toledo, downtown Toledo, as soon as you can. It's such a great event to be a part of the 419 and all the different things that are out here, not just along Huron Streets next to the Huntington Center, but Promenade Park, Fifth Third Field, inside the Glass City Center. So much to do and see here all weekend long. It started on Thursday, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. All right, let's head to another one of our reporters, Haley Robinson.
So much fun at the parade, but there's fun right here in Hensville. I'm here with Eric Zimker, who is the Senior Vice President of U.S. Refining and Synovus Energy. So, Eric, thank you for coming. I see that you guys are part of the Family Zone, but tell us a little bit more about Synovus Energy.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. We're really excited to be a part of this. So, Synovus Energy, we are an integrated energy company, Canadian-based, owner-operator of the Toledo refinery right up the street, and very proud to be a part of the community here and very proud to be part of the event. I think we take a lot of pride in being part of our community and bringing energy to our community, empowering our local communities, and something we're really excited to be a part of.
And it shows not only powering the community, but you are bringing a family-friendly flair, which I see all these blow-ups. I mean, what all is going on and how are the employees involved?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we've got sponsorship of the Family Zone here at Hensville. We've got a rooftop party over at Fleetwood's, which is really fantastic. And it's really all about creating the environment for our, rewarding our employees and making sure that their families are truly experiencing and enjoying it, but also being part of the community and making sure that people see us for what we want to be as a good community partner. We even had 3 employees in the parade driving Jeeps, and it's just been a great morning so far.
I want to drive a Jeep. How do I get that job? Do I join you guys?
That might be, let's talk about it afterwards. We'll look that up with you. That sounds great.
So what is one thing that you think people should know about Synovus Energy?
Yeah, again, I think, we're a very proud history as a Canadian company, but, really excited to be getting into the U.S. market here. The Toledo refinery has been here for a long time. I've worked at the Toledo refinery, but actually as a company coming in and embedding into the community, Jeep is synonymous with Toledo. And it's a great opportunity for us to engage with the community, a great opportunity for us, with the gasoline and diesel that we make, that fits very well with the Jeep brand. And it's just something we're really proud to be a part of and proud to be a part of the community here.
Now, the Jeep Fest goes beyond just the parade and the festival, but it really roots back to our histories. As you said, we have you guys kind of power us, but we are making the Jeeps. So what do you love most about the Jeep Fest?
I think it's just the pride that you see, for me being from Ohio, the pride in Toledo, the pride in the product, the pride in the community, and to be a part of that is just really exciting. The family atmosphere, you just can't replace it. It's absolutely fantastic.
I concur. I love the Jeep Fest. It is so much fun. So what is, I got to ask, what are those bouncing balls going on? Have you had success? Have you seen success going across?
Yeah, so certainly I haven't done that. That would not be a good idea for any of us. But we've got a partnership with the Walleye. We've got a partnership with the Mud Hens. So being able to have the bouncy devices where the kids can come out, have a great time, the families can have a great time, is just something we're really proud to be a part of.
Oh my goodness, it looks daunting. I don't think I'm going to try that. But we're going to go back to Justin at the desk.
All right, thank you, Haley. From Hensville back to the shadows of the Huntington Center. Now we're not really in the shadows anymore. We're in the sun, and back on the set to join us live is Grant Robertson, Manufacturing Chief Engineer at the Toledo Assembly Complex, Stellantis. And Grant, you've been a part of some of our stories about Jeep over the past few years. Thank you for joining us once again. Tell us and tell our viewers how Jeep has come along. Let's go from 2020 to now, because 2020 is when the Jeep Gladiator was introduced.
Yeah, well, definitely. The story of the Jeep Gladiator really ties into the story of the Wrangler. When the Wrangler came into the north side of the plant, we were building the KL Cherokee. And when that moved, we moved the JL Wrangler to the north side and then started just producing massive volumes of that JL. Continued producing the JK at the same time. And then in 2019, we converted to the JT Gladiator truck. Been running it since. It's a hot product. It's super capable. It's the world's most capable mid-sized truck. Best towing capacity of any mid-sized truck. And there's more to come soon. Can't reveal exact timing, but I'm happy to say that we are touring the plant right now for a future JT Gladiator PHEV 4xe product.
Oh, wow. That's good news for some Toledo Jeep Fest people, definitely. So some people drive on I-75 southbound and see the JEEP big sign there, the banners hanging from the assembly plant, but not too many people get to go inside that monstrous facility. How many square feet is it?
It's let's just say it's huge. It's about 312 football fields, 5 major centers, millions of square feet.
Yeah, 3.9 million square feet. The body shop alone is 1 million square feet. And Grant, if someone does get the opportunity to go in there, kind of describe the sights that one would see.
Well, yeah, each center has its unique differences. The body shop is heavy on automation. Of course, we have all of our skilled local UAW 12 employees in there moving the parts along. Paint shop is a bit more sequestered, right? It's a bit more sensitive product. So that's kind of tucked away. You have to go through some special air doors to get the material blown off you so you don't get any dirt on the Jeeps. And then general assembly, that's really the big show. That's where the Jeeps are coming down the line. Lots of people, lots of parts going on. And we talk about the people. I mean, look around us, look at the community. None of this would be possible without the UAW Local 12, all the hardworking men and women of Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. So I want to do a huge shout out. Local 12, thank you. We can't do it without you. We love you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Very prideful in what they bring to each individual part of an individual Jeep. But describe from your perspective, beyond the union workers, the non-union workers who do work and participate in the comprehensive style of manufacturing that goes into each and every line, make, and model.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes when you think about manufacturing, you think, hey, do you get bored? You do the same thing over and over and over again? That's not the case with the Jeep Wrangler or Jeep Gladiator. These products are so customizable. You've got thousands of options. I mean, when the Jeep comes down the line, we have tools in place to tell the operator, PHEV 4xe in station, manual transmission, 3.6-liter V6, 2-liter turbo. That way, when you come through and you have all these different options, we put the operators in the best position possible to make the right choices and build the best product. So I'd say the atmosphere, regardless of who's working, it's actually fun, right? I mean, automotive is a tough industry, right? We have our days. But it's a great atmosphere. It's a family atmosphere. We're in there to get the work done. The people on the line are there to get the Jeeps out. It's a great place.
Grant Robinson joining us from the Toledo Assembly Complex, Stellantis, the chief engineer. And Grant, I want to ask you about the evolution of the electric vehicle and the electric Wrangler, because that's become more and more prominent. I just spoke with a coworker who owned a Jeep, turned it in, and got an electric Wrangler.
Yeah, so the Wrangler PHEV, the 4xe, I'm happy to say that we continue to be the United States best-selling plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Like, bar none, top of the line. And we're going to hold on to that title. The thing's awesome. It's based on a 2-liter ICE gas engine, right? It's a 2-liter turbo. And that 2-liter turbo already punches above its weight. It's got a ton of torque. It's a great engine. You strap onto that 17 kilowatt hour, 400 kilowatt battery, electric motor, instant torque. I mean, this thing will put you back in your seat. It is a real machine. And I've taken these, I've had the pleasure of taking a PHEV up to Hollyoaks, up in Oakland County, Michigan, go off-roading. These things are champs. I mean, this thing did not miss a beat. I took it straight up the wall. It absolutely rock solid, and it's it's an electric vehicle. It's ready to ford 30 inches of water with a giant battery in it, no problem. I'm telling you, I would drive one right off the end of the line, take it out to Moab right now.
And you can't really tell the difference from the outside. You have to open the hood, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's some subtle cues. We've got, Chief Blue tow hooks, a Chief Blue hook on the end. The badging is a little different, so, the Jeep aficionados, the Jeep nuts like myself, we can tell, right? But we really pay attention to these things. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, a PHEV, a 4xe, it's going down the same line as our 6.4-liter Rubicon 392. It's going down the same line as a 3.6-liter manual. It's going down the same line as a 2-liter turbo. And I mentioned the 6.4 392 Rubicon. So that was set to phase out. Our customers told us, hey, we want more Hemis, and we listened. I'm also happy to say that the final edition 392 Rubicon is going to be extended for a short period of time. Right, we're going to build those early 2025. Ordering for the final edition 2025 is going to open later this year. If you want one, trust me, you got to order it. This is it, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, no more. You got to order it. I've got one. They're absolutely incredible. I mean, they get up and go. You get the RPMs up like between 4,000 and 6,000, and hold on, you are out of here.
Yeah. Let's put all the facts and figures and engineering terminology away, Grant. How much fun are you having this weekend, and what are you looking forward to?
This is awesome, right? My family's down here. My kids are around here somewhere, right? My daughters are off playing. My wife is here. My parents are here. I've got friends. Take a look behind us. I mean, it's a party. We got ducks throwing, every Jeep imaginable. People got a ton of pride. This weekend, this festival really is about, I always say 3 things: Toledo, Jeep, and family. Yeah. Take a look around. And these 3 things are always connected. Toledo, Jeep, and family. This community, they're absolutely connected, and we're having a great time.
All right, Grant Robinson with Stellantis Chief Engineering Group, thank you again for joining us. And he talks about all the pride that goes into making these Jeeps, and year after year after year, in the recent years, trades have become so important. Take a look.
Jeep's storied history in Toledo is not just a tale of automotive innovation and military utility. It's also a vibrant chapter in American labor history. Now, while the UAW has undeniably played a pivotal role in this narrative, The contributions of various other labor organizations, including steelworkers, carpenters, construction contractors, and many more, have been equally critical to the brand's ongoing success in the region. This broader labor story underscores the collective effort required to sustain a manufacturing giant like Jeep, illustrating the interconnectedness of the different sectors and the indispensable value of diverse labor unions in the industrial ecosystem.
Jeep's origins in Toledo date back to the early 20th century when the city became a hub for the automotive industry. The establishment of Willis Overland Motors in 1912 marked the beginning of Toledo's association with what would eventually become the Jeep brand. As the company navigated the tumultuous waters of economic booms and busts, labor unions began to form, seeking to protect workers' rights and ensure fair wages and working conditions. While the UAW emerged as a critical player in the automotive sector, other labor organizations also began to leave their mark on the industry's landscape.
The late 1800s was originally a Pope Bicycle Works, and then Willys Overland, and then after 1941, when the Jeep was introduced to support the war effort, the structure and the manufacturing complex really started to develop. And as it developed, there was a lot of changes. It was a real challenge to keep that operation running and productive. We relied heavily on outside contracting to do things like major elements that we were not capable of doing with our own skilled trades and people at the plant.
Dana was there at the very beginning, and the Willys Overland Corporation and Ford Motor Company and Bantam all started producing the Jeep. Dana was there at the very beginning with front and rear axles, front and rear drive shafts, and the transfer gates. They were all components that came from Dana Corporation.
We did our first project there in 1965 at the Stickley plant, probably about 10 years after our inception of our company. But we've been on site and had pretty much a continuous presence out there since.
Because of the UAW, the Jeep has stayed in Toledo all these years. Again, because of the company turnover, ownership, and the protection of the workers and their rights and their wages came from one of the oldest locals in the country, Local 12. It was one of the first three we founded. The UAW and the Jeep are tied so tightly together that it cannot be pulled apart.
Steelworkers, represented by unions like the United Steelworkers, played a critical role in Jeep's history by ensuring the availability of high-quality steel, a fundamental component of vehicle manufacturing. Toledo's proximity to Michigan, Indiana, and Pennsylvania steel mills made it an ideal location for automotive production. The labor of steelworkers, stevedores, and loading dock workers, often under challenging conditions, ensured a steady supply of this crucial material, directly impacting Jeep's production capabilities and contributing to its reputation for durability.
And welcome back. Great story there on the ever-evolving trades here, not only in Northwest Ohio, but really all across the country here in 2024. Look at that bright yellow here. We got white, we got black, blue, red on down the line. Those are just a few of the 1,100 Jeeps a part of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented here on BCSN by the Yark Automotive Group. We'll take a quick timeout, but we're coming back. Let's do a half hour of coverage here on BCSN.
Buckeye Broadband is proud to be the exclusive television partner of the 2024 Yark Jeep Fest Parade.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side.
We're attorneys with Gallen, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Stay tuned during the parade broadcast for the Great Gas Giveaway, where 3 lucky people will win a $500 gas card. BCSN's coverage of the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade is brought to you by Yark Jeep.
Join the wave indeed, the 2024 version of the Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive Group here in the streets of downtown Toledo. More than 1,100 Jeeps a part of this weekend's festivities. It started at 10 a.m. and it'll go until the 1,100th Jeep makes its way down here on street past the Huntington Center where we are located, down to Adams Street and off into the rest of the 419. You come to downtown Toledo this weekend, you are going to see tons and tons of Jeeps, not just those 1,100 that are in the Jeep Parade, but countless others that are in the Park and Shine and just in parking lots and next to bars and restaurants. You name it, there's going to be Jeeps everywhere and all kinds of different types of Jeeps. You see brand new ones, 2024 models. You see older ones like that military style version as well. As we continue here from the Huntington Center area, I'm Justin Feldkamp. Thank you for watching BCSN's coverage of the Toledo Jeep Parade and Jeep Fest here as it continues to evolve. 72,000 people expected to descend upon the 419 over the course of this weekend, celebrating everything that involves Jeep. Let's go back to Toy Creel, who has another special guest.
We are excited because it is Jeep Fest. Now, if you take a look behind me, you can see miles and miles of Jeeps. It is so exciting. I'm joined here by Dan Tomansky, who actually is a little bit of a celebrity here in these Jeep Fest streets because he's the Grand Marshal. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Excellent. Now, for people who may not know, being a Grand Marshal of the All Jeep Fest Parade, what does that entail?
Just kind of leading, all the people that entered their Jeeps and getting the crowd excited, getting the kids geared up, getting some ducks given out, and, get them ready for everything that's to follow in the parade, which is still carrying on here. So
I was going to say hundreds of thousands of people here. I mean, there's just miles and miles of Jeeps. Now, you are actually a master technician over at Yark Automotive. And so what does that entail? Like, how do you work on the Jeeps? What are some common problems?
I see various different things, anything from electrical to, maybe an engine issue or something like that. And, this is my 30th year of doing this, working on Jeeps, and, kind of proud to help keep them on the road. And, Jeep's a huge part of Toledo, and, happy to do my part.
Heck yeah, like just being a part of the culture in the city where Jeeps are actually made, you can feel the pride from people. Now, I do want to know, what is your favorite part about being Grand Marshal?
Just getting the kids all geared up, going through, seeing them all get excited, give them some ducks, and that's probably my favorite part.
Oh my gosh, seeing their faces and I think seeing the excitement about the different types and styles of ducks, even the horns is some of my favorite. Now, I do have a question. No duck is created equal. This is for my kid and me. But what is your favorite type of duck? I know you can't say.
My favorite duck is probably this one here. I'll give it to you. They're all really unique, but we try to put something out there that's, unique in its own right and give something for the people and the kids and everybody here to remember this year's Jeep Fest by.
I like that, and this is so cute, and I love how many different unique and cool ducks there are, as well as Jeeps. Now, are there any secrets you can tell people, because this is a very exclusive interview about being Grand Marshal, or maybe some things that might surprise them?
Surprise, I couldn't tell you. Just being able to get everything started. This is such a huge event. Jeep is so big here in Toledo and just being able to be out in the front and kind of get everybody ramped up for all the festivities and everything to come.
All right, well, we are super excited. Anything else that you want to add or tell to the people before we sign on out?
Just if you get a chance to come down here, you got to come down and check out all the really cool machines, and you can see the unique character of everybody who owns one and the work they've done to it, and it's if you get a chance, you got to get down and see it. Words can't describe.
It surely can. And I mean, I could look. If you look there, there's a Jeep or a duck rather, a yellow Jeep with some sunglasses. We've got American flags. There's so many different decors and I guess styles and decorations that you can see with the Jeep.
So many unique personalities.
Yeah.
You know, every car you see, you can see a little bit of that person's personality. And yeah, it's really enjoyable to me. I see a lot of Jeeps every day, and every one of them has something unique about it that's a giveaway to the personality of the person that owns it. So
I know, I love that. Well, oh Jeep, I guess we do need to go ahead and go. So Dan, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm Toy. I'm kicking it at Jeep Fest. The energy is contagious out here. Definitely want to get down here if you don't, so you don't miss it. But for right now, I am signing out.
All right, thank you, Toy. Agree. Energy level all-time high here as we continue during the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade here on BCSN, presented by the Yark Automotive Group. And you mentioned Dan Tomansky, the parade Grand Marshal. What a true honor it is for him to represent not only his company, but the 419 Clay High School as well. And he told us that he is a technician by trade, and we mentioned earlier in the broadcast how important trades are. More and more and more people are getting into the trade industry, and here's why and how.
The new Jeep plant in North Toledo was the direct result of the union negotiations with Chrysler to keep it in Toledo. So guys like Bruce Baumar, myself, and others found that spot in North Toledo for them and convinced them they'd stay here because the workforce is good and they're prideful, and they're pride in the product. So the UAW's history, the Jeep history, it cannot be unwound.
Well, I hired in out of high school in 1972. I was 18 years old. I hired in the Jeep plant, and I was a welder there for many years, and then I got involved with the union, and it's played a huge role. We've had some very combative times with previous owners. American Motors, for example, was one that we struggled with. But when Lee Iacocca came in and bought us as Chrysler, it changed the whole culture. He came in and told us what his expectations were. We thanked him for being honest. We promised to meet his expectations. And of course, we exceeded them. And we were the best performing plant in North America for a decade or so, the most productive based on how many cars you put out per payroll hour. And we're still hitting home runs, in my view.
Jeep's impact throughout the community, I think, is something that you should not overlook. In fact, it's really evidenced, if you will, by what makes up our labor union, UAW Local 12. And they have like 64 individual units. Well, Jeep was always the primary unit, but those other companies that became part of that Local 12 were often support and involved in the successes that we've had at the Jeep plant.
In recent years, Jeep's collaborative spirit with various labor organizations has been critical in navigating the challenges of globalization, technological advancement, and economic uncertainty. Jeep's commitment to innovation, quality, and worker welfare has helped sustain its success and cement its legacy in Toledo. The ongoing cooperation between the UAW, steelworkers, carpenters, construction contractors, and the other labor unions continues to drive the brand forward, demonstrating the power of collective effort and solidarity in the modern industrial landscape.
The Northwest Ohio Building Trade, which is a collaboration of electrical, mechanical, roofers, every trade that you can think of, came out and worked their tails off to get the new plant built and get it built on time. Chrysler had a very tight schedule, and they made that their priority in this community, and they're a big part of our success today.
All right, and welcome back live. Such important information for future tradespeople that can help build these Jeeps year after year after year as we continue here on the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade here on BCSN, presented by the Yark Automotive Group. Toy Creel on the streets, and I believe she's got a fan. Toy, take it away.
Now, one of the best parts about Jeep Fest is you can tell the people and the crowd who are getting these ducks. I'm actually joined. George, come on over here. How you doing? What's your name?
My name is George Duran.
Ah, I love that. And how are you feeling about Jeep Fest today?
Oh, well, I love it. Like I told you, after 31 years at the Jeep, I'm a graduate. like to say, I'm retired.
You worked for Jeep for 31 years?
I did. I enjoyed it.
And what did you learn while working there for so long? Congrats to you.
Well, there's a lot of friendship, commodity, and so I come here today to see old friends, see old models that I probably built. But all in all, it's a great time for everybody. I got I have a son that's 4 years old, and
nice.
I tell you what, he enjoys coming down here.
Oh my gosh, we gotta get him over here. Georgie, come on over here, Georgie. Georgie. Now, while Georgie's coming over here, what is your grab him. While Georgie's coming over here, what is your favorite model?
Oh, I had a CJ5. Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh well, that was an older model. That was back in the day, early 70s, or late 70s. Yeah, and then I had CJ7.
I like
and
that.
And now we have
Oh, so you do drive a Jeep now. You're loyal.
Oh yeah, we have a 24 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yeah.
Well, that is so exciting. Here, we have to get Georgie. Go get him. Here, go tap him on the shoulder. We got to get George. We talk to big Jeep fans. Now we talk to little Jeep fans. I'm actually out here collecting some ducks for my little. Let's see, we might even get Georgie over here. Georgie, you want to come? Oh, I think they're throwing CDs. Georgie, hi. Can we come? We might bring him over. I think he might be a little shy. Georgie.
Say hi like this.
Can you say hi?
Say hi. I'm having fun.
Oh, he's just so shocked by the Jeeps, he just doesn't know what to do.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much, George and Georgie. We had a nice time. Again, this is Jeep Fest. We've got so many people out here. I'm Toy Creel, and I'll see you all next time.
All right, thank you, Toy. Yeah, a little camera shy. We don't blame him. I guess. Thank you for participating. Kind of forgetting that he was on TV for a little bit there, but just one of many thousands of people here lining the streets watching the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive here on BCSN. We started at 10. We got 15 minutes to go, and at the 15-minute mark, we got to give away another $500 Sheets gas gift card. Joining us once again from Yark Automotive, Ryan Ritzler. Ryan's holding the gas card back here on set, stirring up all the different registration sheets. I was told by our promotions director, Jody Dixon, that 2,000 people registered, 2,000 names in here, and we pull out the last winner. Number 490, Harriet Dreyer of Toledo. That's great. We had 3 winners from the 419. 490, Harriet Dreyer or Greer. Harriet Dreyer from Toledo. Congratulations. Someone from Buckeye Broadband will be contacting you in the next few days to get that $500 gas gift card to you. All right, Ryan, you were at the dealership on Central Avenue. You made your way to downtown Toledo. You've been a part of our broadcast. I assume you've been having plenty of fun.
I have been. It's been a great time down here.
You say it's sometimes chaotic here, sometimes interesting, sometimes loud, honking horns, music blaring. What has caught your eye, Ryan?
Really all the different Jeeps and every which way you can upfit them. I mean, you have people with lifts, with upgraded tires, upgraded bodywork, paintwork. It's just unbelievable, to be honest with you. So I'm going to walk around, and I'm going to look at every single one of them.
Yeah, and at Yark Automotive, you guys in many ways are connected to the different vendors, a way to accessorize all your vehicles, whether they're Jeep or not. That's one avenue forward for a potential customer to come through the doors and get a full experience at Yark.
Exactly. We handle that all in-house too, so we work with different vendors. We have a dedicated person to it, so obviously if you have something you want to do to any vehicle, we can do that.
Ryan Ritzler, thank you for joining us throughout the entire broadcast here. You've made 3 people very happy with the gas card giveaway from Sheets. I believe those Sheets will be already here or coming to the Northwest Ohio area in the coming months. So congratulations to our 3 winners. We will reach out to you to get those gas cards to you. As we continue here on the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest on BCSN presented by Yark Automotive Group. We will be right back to wrap things up.
Buckeye Broadband is proud to be the exclusive television partner of the 2024 Yark Jeep Fest Parade.
SUVs are super popular right now, and Dunn has 10 different models to offer. But I have to be honest, I'm a pickup man. We have Colorados, Silverados, and Silverado HD. Our pickup lineup covers all the bases. Our Colorado diesel gets 30 miles per gallon. Our Silverados are safe and luxurious. And our HD can tow over 17,000 pounds. Find your pickup at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side. We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
3 rows of seats. That is a done deal. Now at Dunn, we have a huge selection of Chevy Traverse, Chevy Tahoe, and Chevy Suburban. And they all have 3 rows of seats. So whether you're hauling lots of people or lots of cargo, Dunn has the vehicle for you. Shop on your schedule at DunnChevy.com. Chevy, Dunn, and you. Together, let's drive.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
BCSN's coverage of the Toledo Jeep Fest is brought to you by Yark Jeep.
Join the Wave is the theme of the 2024 edition of the Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade and weekend experience, extravaganza, hoopla, you name it. It is here in the streets and buildings of downtown Toledo. We are glad that you've been joining us. Thanks to our loyal viewers who may have been with us since our 10 a.m. start time as we near noon here in the sun and shadows of the Huntington Center. As you see Jeeps and Jeeps and Jeeps and more Jeeps continue down here on street. The music's blaring, the sun is shining, candy on the street from people tossing candy to the spectators. Plenty to see and do here in downtown Toledo, especially the Toledo Glass City Center, Promenade Park area. Do yourself a favor and come down after the parade for all the sights and sounds. Plenty to do for families, individuals, couples, you name it. Come on down. I'm Justin Feldkamp. We've been joined by Doug Johnson and a number of other guests. Let's go back to Toy Creel. Toy?
I'm having so much at Jeep Fest. I'm like dancing. They got the music going. Now it is ending just a little bit, but we can't talk about Jeep Fest when you're talking about the fans. Joy now. She's got her ducks in her hand. She's got her ducks on here. What's your name, beautiful?
My name is Jennifer Allen.
Jennifer Allen. And talk to us a little bit about your Jeep pride, right? You've got ducks on your hat, on your shirt, on your necklace.
I think we all should have pride because we're from Toledo, Ohio, the home of the Jeep Wrangler. And rest in peace, Allison, who started the ducking craze. But I'm not only a fan, I love being in the Jeep Fest as well.
I was going to say, you're not new to this. You're true to this. You were in the parade and you drive a Jeep.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I love that we're able to personalize our Jeeps, and I like to duck mine out.
Ooh, and what kind of Jeep do you drive, Mama?
Jeep Willie. Willie. What is it? A Wrangler Willie, whatever.
Whatever you call it, she drives a Jeep.
Right, it's a white Willie.
What's your favorite part about the parade?
I think just seeing all the people support, home pride. I think that we should be the biggest Jeep invasion and parade out of all the places. And I just think that, everybody knows somebody who works at Jeep. So, we're giving thanks to our family members and our friends for keeping our economy alive.
Absolutely. Supporting the economy. And thank you so much. I'm not as ducked out as her, but we couldn't talk to our little guy last time, but we do have somebody new. Kyrie, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Okay, we know the parade is over, but people are still walking around. I know you got pockets full of candy. What's your favorite part about the Jeep Fest parade?
I like the candy and the ducks.
Ooh, the candy and the ducks are also very good. Do you have a favorite Jeep that you saw?
Yeah, it's the orange Jeep.
Ooh, the orange one. Is it because it's so bright? I like that. Well, Kyrie, thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you, Toy. As we continue here, the noise and the sound as it comes to a close here, the All Jeep Parade presented by Yark Automotive Group here on BCSN continues. Look at that sweet Jeep decked out in the red, white, and blue. Get on down and see it. Old Glory across the windshield there. All right, another guest coming up. Let's go over to Haley Robinson with someone who knows all about Toledo Jeep Fest.
Well, with the parade in conclusion, the ducking can commence, and I'm here with Mayor Wade. So, quick question. What do you love most about the Toledo Jeep Fest?
I just love seeing all the people with smiles on their faces, just celebrating Toledo, celebrating the Jeep and the history, because they're linked. I mean, Toledo doesn't, I say it all the time, we don't just make the Jeep, we invented the Jeep. It was a vehicle needed for World War II, and the federal government put out a bid for what they called a general purpose vehicle, a GP, and all the big companies bid on it, and yet it was little old Willys Overland in Toledo who won it. And the GP, if you say that fast enough, turned into the Jeep. So it's a part of our history, and I just love seeing just the energy and the happiness people have when they celebrate our city and our iconic product. And you know, the parade literally just ended like a few seconds ago, so that tells you that this was a 2-hour parade. I think we had over 1,000 Jeeps registered. We had folks from 40 different states, several countries. We had someone register from Switzerland who came here. And it just gets bigger every year. This is the 7th time we've done this. First year, we had about 40,000 people. This time, we think it's going to be closer to 75,000. So it keeps exceeding expectations. It's just a great day. It's a great day for Toledo.
You know, that is such a great point, because festivals, what people don't realize is it is a travel style. You can go to different towns based off their festivals. So what kind of economic impact does the Jeep Fest have on Toledo?
Well, about $5 million a year. I mean, we can quantify it. It's $5 million you know, in these few days here of folks, many of whom are from, in fact, most of whom are from out of Toledo and out of Ohio. Again, 40, we had registrations from 40 different states. Those folks come in, they all stay in hotels, they shop at our restaurants and buy our merchandise and whatnot. So it's a $5 million boost to our economy. And that's, you know, that counts too. So while I do think my favorite part is just seeing the energy and the connection that people have with one another and with the Jeep, it's not a bad thing that it also brings about $5 million into our local economy. Everything about this is wonderful.
Absolutely. I mean, beyond just it being a place to celebrate the history of the job security that Toledo has had, we're also celebrating the people. So after this, are you going to be going out ducking?
Well, I'm always ducking in some ways. I drive a Jeep, and I got a couple ducks up on my dashboard like so many Jeepers do. Yeah, I'm just going to go around and enjoy everything that's down here. I'll probably spend some dollars too, contribute to that $5 million. I'm here with my wife. I mean, it's a great family thing, and just looking forward to a great day.
I mean, how can you have a problem with any ducks? Well, Mayor Wade, we appreciate you coming on here, and we're going to be back with Justin at the desk.
All right, thank you, Wade, and thank you, Haley, as we continue here on the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest, presented by Yark Automotive Group here on BCSN. We'll wrap it up right after the break.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side. We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
0 should be that 30 seconds. Got it. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Toledo Jeep Fest All Jeep Parade that has just wrapped up here. We are by the Huntington Center and just getting started in many ways with this weekend-long event. We are now joined by Whitney Rothkar, the Toledo Jeep Fest Event and Development Director. Whitney, thank you for joining us. I know it's been an early morning and late nights all week long leading up to this great event, but so far, are you checking off all the boxes that you needed to check off?
We are. We even powered through a little bit of rain last night, and we had a great turnout last night. It was an amazing turnout today to see 1,400 Jeeps roll in the parade. We're really excited about what's going on here at Toledo Jeep Fest.
Nicely done with the color coordination with the glasses and the T-shirt, by the way. How much fun is this event to organize?
It's a blast. We've been doing this. This is our 7th year, and it's been an honor since we started in 2016 till now. It's been fun. It's been a huge source of pride for me. All the volunteers that make this happen, over 300 volunteers make this happen. Over 6,000 people work at the Toledo Assembly Complex making Jeeps every day, and so I love it. So many other people love it, and it's great to be here today to see so many smiling faces.
The amount of work that goes involved and the amount of community involvement. You bring in the volunteers, but also all of the businesses and organizations who came up with the idea and then have put it into implementation.
That's right. I can't say enough about our sponsors like Dana and Yark and Mobis. So many sponsors, too many to name, but they really step up and make this community event happen. And it's all free, from the Kid Zone and Imagination Station to the Family Zone sponsored by Synovus Energy. I mean, it's really cool to see the community come together and to make everything free for people to come down and enjoy. Today, we think we've got 40,000 people in town, and over the course of the weekend, we'll see 70,000 people.
Wow. Congratulations to Whitney and all of your group that helps to put this on. We look forward to it every single year here on BCSN. Our thanks to Doug, Haley, Toy, Betty Jane, Marcus, Brandon, Dom, Shaban, Chris, Zach, Jeremy, Jeff, Spencer, Noah, Alex, Eric, Seth, Denny, Nick, Alex, Dan, John, Jason, Jody, Cisco, and anyone else who I may have missed. We thank you. Thank you for watching here on BCSN.
SUVs are super popular right now, and Dunn has 10 different models to offer. But I have to be honest, I'm a pickup man. We have Colorados, Silverados, and Silverado HD. Our pickup lineup covers all the bases. Our Colorado diesel gets 30 miles per gallon. Our Silverados are safe and luxurious. And our HD can tow over 17,000 pounds. Find your pickup at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Michael was a loving father and